that brings us together, Jalal, is good music, good food, and good sport.
And especially good sport. We are in the African Games, and we're expecting a lot of performances here.
Ever see this fight a couple years ago, and yet here it is, and we cannot wait.
It had already started for 1 week, but yesterday it was the opening ceremony of the All Africa Games, March 8, 2024. Also International Women's Day. I want to start the show today with, of course, wishing Toyosi a wonderful and happy International Women's Day in area.
Yes, thank you. We're still celebrating.
You guys had fun yesterday.
We needed that.
You did, of course. Toyosi is here with me. Good morning. So, it was the All Africa Games yesterday, the opening ceremony, but the games had already started before this particular point in time. The medal tables, why is it a problem with administration and organization in Africa? You can't even still see the exact medal table. If it's the Olympics or whatever, you see by the second, right? But we're having issues with the medals as well. I know that when it comes to table tennis, Aruna Quadri...
we produced like 3 candidates, Aruna Quadri, Omotayo Lajide, and Taiwo Mati, sorry. The 3 personnel that competed for the table tennis. But at the same time, the Egyptians continue to be the powerhouse.
Even though Aruna is the highest rated African. He's the highest rated African, I must say. I've been following WTT, that's the ITTF circuit so far. He has been doing so well. He went up against, what's his Brazilian's name now? He's been doing quite well. In those circuits,
I think he's in Saudi Arabia now.
Exactly. But then, kudos to the Nigerian contingent there. We lost, the Flying Eagles lost to Uganda. 2-1 to Uganda. Would you think that they can overcome that loss and still qualify?
I think they can qualify if they, use that defeat as a fuel to make sure that the next one, they know they have to win their games now. I don't like the fact that we always put ourselves on unnecessary pressure because, trust me, now the boys would know that we have a lot to cover. We have a lot of ground to cover up. We have a lot of work to do. We have to make sure we qualify because it won't make any sense when you get out of this competition so early, especially when it comes to football that we try to pride ourselves in.
That's our national sport.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from that one now. Well, some people say UK boxer, we say Nigerian. It was a furious knockout.
It's Nigerian now.
Joshua versus Ngannou, of course, yesterday, the big one. It was a knockout. It's now Nigeria 2, Cameroon 0. That's, of course, if you're taking into cognizance AFCON. Cameroon said that they'll use this one to recover, but then it didn't happen. In the second round, it was just about 2 minutes, 58 seconds. Anthony Joshua knocked out Francis Ngannou yesterday, and to a lot of people, it seemed like a shock. I was watching the first knockout was in the first round. We'll see some of the highlights now, and what were your expectations? Did this match meet your expectations?
It was something else.
If I handle you for MMA,
when I saw that video, it knocked me over. I was like, really? This confidence?
But you see, this is just his second fight. To Ngannou, would you say, and that was the knockout? There was nothing.
Knockout in the first round, then 2 knockouts in the second round.
In the
you have to give kudos to AJ. The jabs, he has a very strong chin. Well, that's something I have to give him. And of course, making sure that those blows hit very, very hard.
It seemed too easy. It seemed too easy. We'll soon get to connect with Sam Adeyemi, who's on Zoom, of course, to talk about
and speaking of that, I think even Fury, in as much as he didn't want to give kudos to Anthony Joshua totally, he acknowledged the fact that he did well. But he also mentioned, because it was, there was this jibe at him that it took you so long to win. In fact, you won on unanimous decision. Unlike Anthony Joshua, who flawlessly, defeated Ngannou.
Exactly.
And he said styles are different.
He's a graceful victor.
Yes.
That's the thing about Anthony Joshua. People have spoken about that. He's not brutal enough, or should I say,
yes,
but then he's that kind of guy, you hug,
yes,
you hug the
he doesn't,
say, hey,
he's not
nice
always, he's always the,
Joseph Parker, yes.
Against Joseph Parker. But
so that would have been what
would have happened now.
That was the plan.
He didn't meet his own part of the whole bargain, and we saw this fight with Ngannou. So I think for Anthony Joshua, he should embrace everything that is coming around now with that victory. Take it, soak it all in, and make sure, your confidence is still there, that you can still do this and you can compete with either Fury or Usyk.
All right, okay, let's just take a bit of some of those highlights, and then when we get back, Sam, of course, will be online via Zoom for us to talk about this particular encounter.
Fight a couple years ago, and yet here it is, and we cannot wait. Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua, 2 behemoths colliding in the city of Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
The dominant power puncher in the heavyweight division.
did you see the knee, the ankle crumble under him? Like, if that image alone shows that it wasn't staged. But yeah,
Cameroonian bender.
All right, we've got Sam Adeyemi on the line to talk about this. Hello, Sam. Sam is on with us via Zoom. Sam, good morning. Welcome to TVC Breakfast Saturday. It's great to have you this morning.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning to you. I can see that you guys are so happy in the studio.
Exactly.
This is it. When AJ does this, everybody, that's where we remember it's Nigerian-British and not British-Nigerian. That's the case, maybe.
Well done. All right, but Sam, what are your thoughts on that?
This was supposed to be an exhibition game.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to us about your thoughts on
that. For me, it was supposed to. It was looking more like an exhibition match.
All right, we'll get to Sam there. We just might have some issues with the connection and all of that.
Exhibition match. I think Ngannou will be taking home 16 million from this fight.
No, it's actually, from what I saw, a guaranteed pocket is going up to 20.
See?
You know, if we're talking about the figures, when it comes to the figures, right? His last UFC fight before he left was 600,000. That's what he made.
Yeah.
In just this fight, he's making 20 million. Let's, if we can get Sam across now. Okay, Sam is live. Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just thinking that, okay, this was supposed to be an exhibition match. But if what we saw against the Tyson Fury is anything, Francis Ngannou is not just coming into boxing because he feels he can box. He is actually a good boxer. Unfortunately, this early morning fight was a totally different thing. AJ.
All right, we'll sort that out and we'll get some as we go. We're just having quite network issues there. Yeah, but now, as it stands now, shouldn't Ngannou be taken seriously?
Yeah,
considering that you could see his limitations there. This is his second fight ever. He spoke about MMA, and you know that when it comes to the crossovers, we don't see boxers going to MMA because that one is even more brutal. But as it stands, shouldn't Ngannou be taken seriously?
The rules are there, but not as restricted or limited as when it comes to boxing. And of course, you're only using your fist there. But at the same time, I remember when on this set, I said something when Ngannou faced Fury. No matter how much he did well, I still believe that if at all he's going to become a boxer, he needed to start from the ground up.
From the ground up, exactly. Yeah. I like that. Okay, Sam, let's get your final thoughts on the knockout, as it were.
The first round we saw it, so touching the canvas, and then the second round, it was barely 2 minutes into the fight when he had that first touch of the canvas, and then the second round, it was a back-to-back one. While it was still being counted, and then the referee felt, okay, he's ready to start again, and then he got totally knocked out. I was looking at his comments after that, and it was like, yes, he never...
Okay, Sam, would just have to, well, at least we've got your thoughts there on that particular one. Well, that's it. It so happens Joshua is back into contention, and as it stands, let's hope that he's able to take up the big boys and move forward. All right, moving on from now, let's take a look at games in Europe this weekend. The big one, of course, is Manchester City versus Liverpool. Well, Liverpool versus Manchester City. And Klopp has started his mind games because Pep is the best coach in the world and all of that.
You know, I don't like those two for one reason. Maybe because I'm old school, that we used to see that brawl and fight, mind games, you know, getting into your opponent's head or the opponent's manager's head, like Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho. No love lost, but at the same time, you could see the enmity among them. You know, I don't like you, I don't like you.
They're all for me,
but these guys are just mushy, you're pecking each other.
Ferguson, Wenger, they were throwing
What's
pizza,
going on? Yes.
We had drama.
Like, I'm like, what's wrong with
all these ones are forming bros.
All the way from Germany, bringing it here to the Premier League.
But of course, Saturday will start with Manchester United up against Everton. That will be at Old Trafford. Bournemouth will take on Sheffield United. Crystal Palace will tackle Luton Town. It will be Wolverhampton Wanderers up against Fulham, and Arsenal will take on Brentford. Which is your top of pick for this particular fixtures? On Sunday in the EPL, it will be Aston Villa at Villa Park against Tottenham Hotspurs. Brighton will be at Amex against Nottingham Forest. West Ham United will be at London Stadium against Burnley. And that one, which we are talking about, Anfield. Well, it's only once that Pep Guardiola has gotten the better of Jurgen Klopp at Anfield. Will this be a second time? Is this a championship six-pointer? Is this, I mean, it's just 2 points between Arsenal in third position and Liverpool in first position. They're just separated by 1 point each. Is this a championship six-pointer?
It's very possible.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
It is for me. It is. I mean, a lot could happen because Manchester City, they are still going to play Arsenal in the next 4 fixtures. They're playing Arsenal. I think they're playing Newcastle. Not very sure exactly, but I know that they're going to go up against Arsenal. So these 3 guys are playing themselves in this particular short point in time. The title could be decided at this point in time.
Yeah, of course. Very, very tough. I think it's very delicate for Pep Guardiola when you look at how is very much available in every other competition, the Champions League, the FA Cup, and then the league as well. You would want to ask, does he want to go for back-to-back titles, or you just be like, okay, let these guys just win it, maybe Liverpool, or I'm not saying he would say let them win it like that, but at the same time, it looks like if he doesn't win it this time around, there's no problem.
All right, seriously, we'll talk more about this, but Mark is outside there at the pitch to talk to some guys. I know Liverpool Man City is top on the highlights, but let's just check out what Mark has to talk about with the guys on the pitch. Hello, Mark. Good morning. Go ahead, Mark, you're live.
All right, Mike, thank you very much for having me this morning. It's so beautiful to hear all the analysis you guys have been pulling through in the studio. And I see that Ngannou and AJ's match is top on the notch for you guys, which I find quite interesting. It was a straight right jab, and of course, Ngannou went to sleep. But I got Cubana right here with me. He actually saw the match. He saw the boxing bat. He just wants to give a bit of some spice on it. My brother, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
So you saw that match. What was your whole impression about it?
My whole impression about it was that Francis Ngannou lost confidence.
Okay.
At first, when he started the fight, he was going well, moving with the dodges and trying to punch.
Yes.
But I think the confidence he got, he lost it with just one punch, with the first knockout punch that he got. Yeah. That was where he lost his confidence from.
But who was your money on from the beginning?
My money was on AJ now.
Okay.
AJ as usual.
AJ, but what round were you predicting that the game?
I was waiting to end at round 5, at least, with the name Ngannou, Francis Ngannou that people know about, with the way he fought with Tyson Fury.
All right.
You get, so at round 5, but round 2 was he just knocked it out round 2.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. You can go back to your pitch now. All right, now we have the game this weekend. I have my papers right here with me. Thank you very much. And of course, on the Sporting Life paper this morning, it's bold on the headlines, and Pesero's position has been declared vacant. And a lot of Nigerians are not happy with this because they feel the Super Eagles job is a top-notch job. You can't just throw it open to everybody to come and apply. But from the breaking news yesterday, Emmanuel Amunike has applied for the vacant position. So let's see who they would actually go for to ensure that that position is occupied. Well, I got my brothers right here with me, and what's that your name again?
Kolade.
Kolade.
Yes.
Kolade, you are a Liverpool fan.
Yes.
Now, this weekend, what are we expecting to see?
We're expecting to see a very interesting game. Okay. We're expecting to see an essentially title decider, right? Okay. Because while the game in itself, 3 points is not enough to win the title, it would essentially build up to the confidence of winning the league. So I think Liverpool is losing a few players like Trent Alexander-Arnold and the likes, but they still have the qualities of the likes of Szoboszlai and Virgil van Dijk. As you can see this season, Luis Diaz has been on top form, and I think he'll be a very huge catalyst to this game. Right. I see Liverpool winning 3-1.
3-1. That's going to trigger you, right?
Yeah, that's funny, really funny.
All right, you're a Man City fan.
Yeah, I am.
Good. So what are we expecting to see this weekend?
Okay, well, this weekend is where all the fun is. Okay. If you want to have fun, come over to this weekend, okay. Super Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Okay. So now the thing is, we are used to this situation, Man City. Yeah. Like for the past 7 years, we are always there. So we are the team to beat. Now, coming back from a treble-winning campaign, everybody expects that we've lost all the confidence, there's nothing to fight for, but you can see it evidently in all the competitions that we are the top dogs, the teams to be scared of. So when I look at Liverpool, I know that they are trying to send forth Klopp, who of course has been a phenomenal manager in the grand style, but then Klopp knows that Guardiola is the special one, the outstanding one. So
what's your prediction?
Okay, I'll give it 1-2. City to win 2 goals from away, 1-2.
Okay,
yeah.
that's 2-1 total scoreline.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Mexicano, you heard it. These guys are not taking it easy with the game that will be going down this weekend. And let's hope that whatever happens at the end of the day, whoever comes out winner, we know that these two teams are gunning for the title. And this is more like a title decider. So whatever happens, it's a win-win for everybody. Well, thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that report there, Mark. Well, we'll have to round up now. But yeah, what's your prediction? Liverpool Man City.
With the injuries Liverpool do have, it's in as much as they have the cup, that's the Anfield crowd, you know, that will cheer them on tomorrow. I think it's going to be a slim victory for Manchester City. Okay, slim victory for Manchester City. Now, whichever way you want to do it, you could be a billionaire. Depends on where your money is on this particular match. Thank you very much. Don't be like Drake. Don't be like Drake. Of course, don't be like Drake. Yeah, just be a billionaire like Tenny. See you next week.